Guys, it's Thursday morning, the 22nd, a little bit before 8 o'clock. We just started getting hit with some freezing rain and sleet, so I'm gonna go salt my commercial lot. I was up at 3:30 this morning, kind of just looked outside, checked it. We hadn't gotten anything. Started kind of coming down maybe about 5 o'clock, so I actually went out, checked my properties, make sure they weren't icy. There's no accumulation, no ice whatsoever. So all within like the last 2 hours, it kind of iced up here and accumulated. So, of course, go figure. It was like 70 degrees the other day. I was bored, so I cleaned off the salt spreader, put that away, cleaned off all the plows, put those away. It's supposed to be like 40, 50 degrees for the next 15 days. So go figure, as soon as you do that, we get a little event here. We got to go out and salt, but whatever, you know, it took less than 6 minutes to load up the salt spreader and load up with salt. I mean, that's not bad at all. So heading into the commercial lot right now, going to salt that, and we'll check back in a little bit. All right, so we got the commercial lot salted. Wasn't much accumulation in there, little slippery, so glad we did it. Those type of situations are tough because you know, it's like, should you salt, should you not salt? You don't want to waste people's money, but at the same time, you don't want to underservice them. So on those circumstances, I actually tend to, like, if there's a question on whether I should do something or not do it, I usually go ahead and do it. And my thought process behind that is you know, if I salt and, you know, it does what it's supposed to do and everyone's happy, then great. If I salt and they're like, hey, I don't really think it needed to be salted, why'd you salt? You can always be like, you know, yeah, maybe you're right, I wasn't sure. Why don't I just give you this one for free? I'm not gonna do that every time, but you know, if there's a time in question, I'd rather take a little bit of a loss on a salt application and keep the customer happy than, you know, not salt and then have them call and be like, yo, where the hell are you? Why didn't you salt my lot? And they're all pissed off, and it takes 30 minutes to get the salt spreader loaded up and get there and salted, and then by that time, you know, there's no point in salting. So that's kind of how I look at those things. Glad we went ahead and did it. They usually never complain. They're happy with the service, so that's my thought process behind that. So a lot of this stuff will be melted in about 2 hours. It's supposed to get up to like 42 degrees today, so but at least everyone can get into work safely. You know, the parking lot's not slick or anything like that, so I think they'll be happy. So we'll check back in here in a little bit, guys. So little business update here. I ended up pulling the trigger on a shop. I decided to go ahead and hook up with the one excavator guy and run out the bay with him. Wasn't in a position to really buy anything. Eventually one day I want to start getting into some real estate and some rentals, but I'm just not there yet. I got all my money invested in the landscaping business, so I just don't want that headache yet of being a landlord. One day I'll get there, but not yet. So decided to go ahead and rent with the excavator. I think it's going to be a really good relationship to have with him. So a little backstory on him is him and his brother owned a landscaping business for, I want to say 20, 25 years. He's getting up there, a little bit older. Just got kind of sick of doing the landscaping, sold his half of the business to his brother, bought a little excavator, mini excavator, and is doing strictly just excavating work now, sitting in the machine. So he's got the knowledge of the landscaping industry. He knows how to work on all the equipment. He can weld, he can do body work. Now he's got the excavator. I think it's just going to be a great relationship to have this guy in the shop, just to even pick his brain on, hey, where should I buy fertilizer, or what equipment do you recommend for a job like this? So I really think it's going to be awesome sharing a shop with him. Like I said, $400. I pretty much have a 1,200 square foot shop to myself. 2 bathrooms, little office. The office is just kind of used for storage. I'm still going to have my office out of my house. So it'll be nice to just kind of get everything out of my house, get rid of hillbilly heaven over here, and clean this up. I'll have a place to pull my trucks in the shop, work on those. At the end of the day, I can just back everything into the shop and go. I don't have to unhook anything. I don't have to take mowers off the trailer or anything like that. It's just, you know, back it in and go home. And then once I'm home, I'm home. I don't have to worry about looking at equipment or anything like that. So I think it's going to be it's a big step for me. But I'm really excited. Gonna shoot on getting in there in the first week of March. He's got some stuff in there, and he's actually got some of his brother's landscaping equipment in there. So his dad's actually the landlord. The guy I'm sharing the shop with, his dad is the landlord. His brother's landscaping business is right next door. So I got his knowledge too. I got the big landscaping business next door to me. You know, they might throw me some work. So it's going to be a really cool place to be in. You know, there's a pool place there, in-ground pool place. I think there's a tree company. So it's really going to just, you know, I don't know. It's going to be awesome just to have those contacts and meet new people and all that. So I'm really excited. Going to start moving in there in about a week and a half, get everything set up before the season starts. So we'll definitely get a video of that. Another update, got the truck decaled up. Got the name and the phone number on the doors. And then I just went with the website here on the tailgate. So wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I look at it like this, you know, my landscaping business pays for this truck. Why not put a little bit of advertising on it? It's not gaudy or anything like that. It still looks nice. So that's how I look at that. You know, I wanted to keep it clean. It's my personal truck, but at the same time, without my business, I don't have this truck. So why not advertise a little bit? So that's the other update. Don't know what else is going to go on this week, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted. All right, guys. So I was recently asked this question, why I make YouTube videos, and I never really thought about it. So I put a little bit of thought into it, and I want to make this little segment here as to why I make the videos. When I first started my business, I used YouTube to learn a lot of stuff. I remember my first sod job, never laid sod before. Customer called me out, wanted a quote on sod. I said, yeah, sure, I'll get back to you in a day. I went home that night. I watched probably like 2 or 3 hours worth of YouTube videos on how to lay sod, what the correct way is, how long it takes, blah, blah, blah. Really learned all there is to know about sod straight from YouTube. So I used YouTube a lot to learn. Then one day I was just scrolling around. I actually saw Chance Daily Hustle. He's an entrepreneur, owns a landscaping business. I saw one of his vlogs. I was like, man, this is cool as hell. This guy just kind of goes around all day, videotapes himself, and throws it up on YouTube. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do that. So I went to Best Buy, bought a camera, bought an editing software, and started making some videos. So I don't make any money doing YouTube yet. I'm not going to lie, I would like to do it, and it's one of my goals to make a few bucks making YouTube videos. If I ever get there, that'd be great. If I don't, great too. You know, if I can put some stuff out here for people to learn and entertain, then that's a win for me. So I want to give a little bit of advice. And here in the winter again, there's not much to do. So unfortunately, you get a lot of videos of me just talking. So if you don't want to hear me talk, stop now. You've been warned. One thing that I've been able to be successful for in my business, if you guys listen to Gary V at all, Gary Vaynerchuk, one thing he really, really emphasizes is being self-aware. And that means knowing yourself. And he talks a lot about how he has friends that, you know, want to go out and make $1 million, and they do stuff that they don't necessarily love. They become successful in making money, but they're actually miserable inside. And he said he has friends that are like people that make $2-3 million a year and they hate themselves. And he has other friends that make $50,000-$60,000 a year, get to spend time with their family, and absolutely love life. So who's the real winner in there? So, and obviously it's the person that's happy in my book. But why not try to make a lot of money and also be happy too? But what I'm getting at here is, I'm going to throw out some basketball references. So if you guys don't know basketball, just hang on. It all makes sense. So you have LeBron James. You have Michael Jordan. Whoever you want to debate is the best ever is up to you. But we can all agree that at their certain time in the NBA, they were the best player ever. Everyone strives to be the LeBron James. You want to be the best in the NBA. You want to make the most money. Why not? I'm going to throw out another guy here, Kyle Korver. I'm a Cavs fan, so I'm going to use Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver is not very well known. When I was actually looking up his stats today, he's been in the NBA for 16 years, so he's actually been in the NBA 1 year longer than LeBron James. He's averaged only 10 points a game for his career, which is okay. It's not very high, but it's definitely on the lower side. But Kyle Korver is a three-point specialist. So all he does is he shoots three-pointers. He's actually fourth in NBA history on three-pointers made, and he's only scored 10 points a game. So pretty much he shoots three-pointers a game, makes them, and that's his game. Kyle Korver has been successful because he's known himself. If Kyle Korver tried to go out and be LeBron James, he probably would not have made it very far. He's not a good rebounder. He's not a good person that passes the ball. He's good at shooting threes. And what I'm getting at is there's a lot of companies that are very good. And I'm going to use one company in my area called Turfscape. They are the LeBron James of my area. They seem like a fantastic company. They got a couple different branches. They have trucks everywhere. They're definitely the LeBron James of my area. We all strive to be like Turfscape. The reality is my area is missing a lot of Kyle Korvers. And I took a good look at myself, and I realized that I am not going to be a millionaire CEO of a landscaping company. I hate working in the office. I don't mind doing it a couple hours over the week, but I don't like being in the office. I like being outside. I like landscaping. I like riding the equipment. And I think that's what happens with a lot of us. We start this landscaping business because we love doing the work. And the landscaping business grows and grows, and you do less and less of what you truly love. You have to hire employees. You're managing. You're estimating. And you're getting out of the field more. And that is ultimately the goal. You should be striving for that goal. But I think that's where a lot of landscaping companies fail, is because once the owner starts doing that, they're being pulled away from what they truly love, and they end up hating it. They hate managing employees. They hate, trying to collect bills and all that. And they end up either folding, selling, or downsizing back to a smaller company. So what I'm saying is be self-aware and be, alert of what you truly want to do with your business. Now, you should definitely have a plan, and that's going to be my second video on what my plan is, what I've come up with. But definitely have a plan. Now, this is just my advice. You could tell me that I'm completely wrong. You can agree with me. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But it's just my advice. Know yourself. Know what you're really good at. Know what you want to do, and just hammer it home. Just go for it. Be the best at it. Absolutely. But if you're going to be Kyle Korver, be the best damn Kyle Korver there is. So that's my advice for today. Again, nothing going on, just me talking, but I'm going to make a few more videos of giving advice. If you guys have any questions, like I said, just ask. I'm pretty much an open book. I'll openly answer anything that I can, and if I don't feel like answering it, then I won't. But, don't be shy. Ask me anything. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you could subscribe, get me to those 100 or 1,000 followers so I can make some money doing this, and we'll all be happy. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.